You hear it every year. Build a portfolio that pays you passive income, let dividends cover your bills, retire early by owning stocks that pay you just for holding them. It sounds incredible, right? But there's one thing nobody really talks about. How much money do you actually need to get started? Do you need $10,000, $50,000 years of savings before investing even makes sense? For a lot of people, that uncertainty makes dividend investing feel completely out of reach. But in this video, I'm going to show you how dividend investing can actually work for regular people like you, starting with just $500. We'll break down how dividends work, how to choose companies that consistently pay shareholders, and how to build a simple beginner-friendly portfolio. Then we'll project that portfolio into future and show how a one-time $500 investment could potentially grow into a portfolio worth over $170,000, generating around $2,000 per month in dividend income for you. But before we get into the mechanics of dividend investing, we first need to understand why this strategy matters so much today. Because the truth is, your money simply doesn't go as far as it used to. You've probably noticed it already. Groceries cost more, rent keeps rising, everyday expenses feel heavier than they did a few years ago. That's inflation, and every single year it quietly reduces the purchasing power of your money. From around 2015 through 2020, inflation is still relatively low, usually near 2% or less, but then inflation surged in 2021 and 2022. Prices jumped across the board. Gas, food, housing, utilities, almost everything became more expensive. At one point, inflation climbed above 9%, the highest level seen in roughly 40 years. Things have cooled somewhat since then, but even in 2025, inflation is still hovering around 2.5% to 3%. That may not sound dramatic, but over time, it adds up fast. Every year, your dollar buys a little bit less than it did before. Meanwhile, wages often aren't rising quickly enough to keep pace. Recent reports showed the average US household earning around $83,000 annually, but income growth was only about 1.3%, while inflation during that same period was close to 4%. So technically, incomes increased, but in reality, many people still feel behind. Take groceries as an example. If your weekly grocery bill was $150, a 3% increase pushes it to roughly $154.50. That's an extra $4.50 every week. Over a month, that's about $18 or more. Over a year, that becomes an additional $216 for the exact same groceries. Now apply that same inflation to rent, gas, utilities, internet, insurance, and phone bills. It compounds quickly. This is why simply leaving money in a savings account is no longer enough. Even if the balance stays the same, the purchasing power of that money slowly declines over time. To stay ahead, your money needs to grow faster than inflation. That's where investing comes in, and dividend investing in particular offers one of the simplest ways for beginners to start building long-term wealth and passive income. But can you really begin with only $500? Absolutely. A lot of people delay investing because they assume they need thousands of dollars before it's worth starting. But today, that simply isn't true. First, modern brokerages allow you to buy fractional shares. That means you don't need enough money to purchase an entire share of companies like Apple or Microsoft. If a stock costs $300 per share, you can still invest $50 and own a fraction of that company. Your dividends and investment returns are simply based on the portion you own. Second, the real power of investing doesn't come from starting with a huge amount of money. It comes from giving your investment time to compound. Even small amounts can grow significantly when left invested over decades. And third, think about what $500 often represents in everyday life. It could easily disappear on a new phone, a weekend trip, or a few nights out. Most purchases lose value almost immediately, but invested money has the potential to grow, generate income, and compound into something much larger over time. That's why waiting for the perfect time to start can be expensive. Your biggest advantage isn't necessarily having more money, it's having more time. Starting early, even with a small amount, can make an enormous difference later. So now let's talk about what dividend investing actually is. At its core, a dividend is simply cash a company pays shareholders for owning its stock. When you buy shares of a company like the Coca-Cola company, you become a partial owner of that business. If the company earns profits and chooses to share some of those profits with investors, it distributes part of that money as dividends. Dividend investing builds an entry strategy around this concept. Instead of buying stocks only because you hope the price goes up someday, you focus on companies that regularly pay dividends and consistently increase them over time. That way, your investments can generate income while you continue holding them. But dividends alone aren't enough, especially when you're starting with a smaller amount like $500. This is where DRIP comes in, which stands for Dividend Reinvest Plan. And this is where compounding really begins to accelerate. Instead of withdrawing your dividends and spending them, you automatically reinvest them to buy more shares of the same stock. That creates a cycle. Buy, earn dividends, reinvest, repeat. For example, imagine you invest $500 into a stock with a 5% dividend yield and the stock price is $10 per share. That gives you 50 shares. After 1 year, a 5% yield generates $25 in dividends. Instead of taking the cash, you reinvest it. At $10 per share, that buys an additional 2.5 shares, bringing your total to 52.5 shares. The following year, you earn dividends on a larger investment. Instead of earning 5% on $500, you're earning 5% on $525. That produces $26.25 in dividends, which buys even more shares. By year 3, your dividend income continues growing because your share count keeps increasing automatically. At first, the process feels slow, almost like rolling a tiny snowball downhill, but over time, that snowball grows larger and gains momentum. That's the power of compounding. The key isn't speed, it's consistency. Reinvest your dividends, stay patient, and let time to do the heavy lifting for you. And later in this video, I'll show you how this exit strategy could potentially turn $500 into a portfolio worth over $170,000, producing roughly $2,000 per month in dividends for you. Of course, not every dividend stock is worth buying. The real key is learning how to separate strong, reliable companies from risky ones. The first thing to look at is dividend yield, which measures how much income a stock pays relative to its price. For example, if a stock trades at $100 and pays $4 annually in dividends, its dividend yield is 4%. But extremely high yields like 10% or 12% can sometimes be warning signs. In many cases, the company may be struggling financially and unable to sustain those payments long term. For most beginners, a dividend yield between 2% and 5% is usually a healthier balance between income and stability. Next comes dividend growth. Companies that consistently raise their dividends year after year often demonstrate strong financial health and stable cash flow. The best dividend companies treat shareholder payments like a long-term commitment. You also want share price appreciation. While dividends provide income, you also want your investments themselves to grow in value over time. The strongest dividend stocks can potentially do both, generate cash flow while increasing in price for you. Another important factor is business durability. Ask yourself, will this company still provide products or services people need in 10-20 years from now? Industries like utilities, consumer staples, healthcare, finance, and essential services tend to hold up well over long periods. And finally, look at resilience during difficult times. Did the company continue paying dividends during recessions or market downturns? Businesses that maintain dividend payments through economic uncertainty often demonstrate greater stability. When you combine yield, dividend growth, price appreciation, durability, and resilience, you create a portfolio designed for both income and long-term growth. Now let's look at what that could actually look like in practice. Here's a simple beginner-friendly dividend portfolio made up of 5 companies and funds with strong track records of dividend growth and long-term performance. The first holding is Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF or SCHD, which currently offers a 3.75% dividend yield, 10.77% dividend growth annually, while the share price appreciated around 8.62% per year. For beginners, SCHD provides instant diversification and a strong foundation. Next is Morgan Stanley or MS. It currently is around 2.5%, dividend growth around 22%, and the stock price around 17% per year. The third one is Federal Agricultural Mortgage Corporation or AGM, which pays a 3.27% dividend yield, 25.27% dividend growth, and 17.34% share price appreciation annually. The fourth one is Cube Smart or Cube, a self-storage real estate investment trust, which currently offers a 5.17% dividend yield with 13% annual dividend growth and about 4.12% annual price appreciation. Lastly, Interperforms or IPA, a global fragrance and beauty company, delivers strong results with a 3.16% dividend yield, 20.21% annual dividend growth, and around 15.51% yearly share price appreciation. When equally weighted together, that means if we add all the dividend yield rates and divide them by 5, this portfolio produces an average dividend yield of about 3.53%. If you do the same weighted average process for the other two metrics as well, the portfolio's dividend growth rate comes out to 18.25% and the portfolio's annual share price appreciation comes out to 12.51%. So now the question is, what happens if you invest simply $500 and let time to do the work for you? Using these historical growth assumptions, the portfolio could potentially grow to $600 with roughly $20 in dividends in the first year. After 10 years, it could potentially grow to around $2,400 while generating approximately $120 annually in dividends. After 20 years, it could reach nearly $16,000 and generate roughly $1,400 per year in dividends. And after 30 years, the portfolio could potentially grow to approximately $174,000 while generating close to $24,000 annually or about $2,000 per month in dividend income, all from an investment that began with just $500. And that's the power of compounding. It is just slowly, but over time, it becomes so powerful. I hope this video is helpful. Please don't forget to share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you.